The river is naturally not supposed to have zero salinity, and it's supposed to be brackish, and all the fresh water is disrupting the ecosystem. And if they send it south, it'll go to where it naturally belongs in the Everglades, and every problem will be solved.
He agrees with us. Yeah, he agrees with us.
An algae crisis threatening our treasure coast.
A cycle of despair and disgust amidst promises made and broken.
Billions of gallons of water are rushing from Lake Okeechobee to our coastline.
How much pollution is too much? How much danger is too much? How much before this will stop?
The algae that looks like this around the St. Lucie locks is 15 times more toxic than what environmental experts consider safe. They are asking you all together to avoid breathing the air nearby. It's that serious.
The River Kidz is a group designed to help raise awareness and attempt to stop the discharges. We have a bunch of rallies all the time, and we try to talk to the senators and governors, and we're just making every effort we can to inform people not to go in and try and save the water.
I mean, the park here, I go here with my friends a lot, and it's just we can't be here anymore because of all the water issues, and it's not safe.
At my grandma's house, an area from the shore and 5 feet out was completely green, and it's not good because animals are being harmed. You can't go fishing in the water anymore. You can't go to the sandbar. Sometimes you can't be near it if it gets really bad. People are getting sick. If someone had a cut on their foot and they went into the water and it got in them, the toxic algae got in them, then they would get really, really sick. On Tuesday, I'm flying up to DC to speak in Congress about the dangers of the river and that they are still discharging and that it needs to stop. It was the most diverse ecosystem in North America, and if they don't stop, it's going to be dead.
Well, just by going to DC and showing our voices and our opinion, because I think it holds more power than the adults, especially when kids are involved in something.
I want to start by just thanking all of you for taking the time to come up here to DC. Your voice up here, it makes a difference. It makes a difference for me to hear from you. It makes a difference for the chairman of my committee, Transportation and Infrastructure, to hear from you, who you're going to be speaking with. It makes a difference for the Corps of Engineers to hear from you. It makes a difference for the chairman of my subcommittee, Water Resources and Environment. That's the most important subcommittee for our waterways here. It makes a difference for them to hear from you. It makes a difference for my staff to see you all and hear your personal stories.
Hi, my name is Bliss Weiler. I'm 12 years old. The last 3 summers of my life, I had to protest instead of swim. If the kids in my town ever want to have a normal summer again, we have to stop the discharge of Lake Okeechobee flowing into our St. Lucie River. I love the river, and I love animals. The animals don't have a voice, so I'd like to speak for them. I am a rower, and so is my mom. Rowing in our river is getting toxic. I am scared that I will get sick from the water. We need to restore the natural flow of the ecosystem and send the water south, even though it will mean that big corporations will lose money. It is very disappointing to see our river smell and look like this. When I row, I see dead fish in the river. They are all dying because the algae is suffocating them and there is no more salinity in the water. The toxic algae has not only affected the animals, but has affected me and my family. People are losing businesses because they rely on the river, and now they are shutting down. I want to feel safe in the river and at the beach. I can't even go to my local beach anymore. I'm only in 7th grade and I shouldn't have to worry about this. I want to be a kid and play in the water like my mom did. Thank you, Congress, for listening to what I had to say about the crisis that is happening to our river. Please help us save our river and get our summers back before it's too late. I don't want to have to move far away from home because of the pollution.
And we'd like to have Emma has something to say to you as well.
Who are you?
You can do it.
I'm 9 and I am a river kid, and I really would like you guys to change this because it's important to me, because when I grow up I'm going to work at SeaWorld or Harbor Branch with the dolphins.
Nice.
If we don't save the rivers, we're going to be looking at extinction in all the creatures. And we won't have them in Florida because they will go to another estuary.
Yeah.
And then migrating will unfold and I'll have to look somewhere else.
Yeah.
Lots of water to St. Lucie and even more water to Caloosahatchee. The projects that we're working together is reconnect this big arrow going south. And so what happens there, your arrow come to St. Lucie gets a lot smaller. And so when you hear things like the southern reservoir, well, that is one of the solutions.
I've asked them what the Army Corps felt when they opened up the locks, knowing that the animals are getting killed and it's polluting our water.
Not having the lake flow over into like people's communities is his #1 priority, but we also have #1 priorities, and I feel like he should also be focused on that just as much as these other communities.
The U.S. Army Corps of Engineers is planning to resume its poisoning operations later this week, 15 times greater than what is safe for human contact. That's not equitable. That's not right. As a result of that, I call for a federal state of emergency to be declared right now. The U.S. Army Corps of Engineers, who has the emergency authority when there are pollution emergencies, that they use that authority now to stop poisoning my community, to protect the hundreds of thousands of people on the Treasure Coast of Florida, and send that dirty, toxic water south.
Because if you raise awareness, maybe a lot more people will think about the water.